Oh shit. Oh yeah. I don't know about you, but at least I think that 250 subscribers, that's something to celebrate. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. You saw the intro I made. It's a little bit fucked up, but yeah, come on. What am I gonna do? But so get some food, some drink. We're gonna make it delicious. The most wonderful and tasty food today. You'll see what it is. For you Americans out there, you're gonna love it. And yeah, I'll have a little 250 subscriber rant here today. Talk a little bit more about what my plans is for the future, what we have done so far and what we have accomplished and everything like that. So let's make some food and get the bottle of sparkling wine out. I actually found a bottle of sparkling wine when I was cleaning out my car yesterday, so that's also a reason why we're doing all of this. Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it. Was wollen wir trinken, 7 Tage lang, was wollen wir trinken, so ein Durst. Dann wollen wir schaffen, 7 Tage lang, dann wollen wir schaffen. Blam 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 blam. Yeah. I'm cleaning a champagne glass. Obviously. Oh, Kita, get out from there. Dinner for kings! This is what the God Emperor in Warhammer 40k eats, so just so you know. Oh, and we gonna have some water. In case Andrew Tate just suddenly decides to appear, so we'll have the sparkling water prepared for him. Fuck that, sparkling water is for peasants. You add some of this when you want to have it better. Now we're talking. It is time! Boiling water. And mac and cheese, motherfucker. Kraft dinner. Kraft macaroni and cheese. The taste you love. So yeah, this was $1 at my local store. So I bought 20 of these, or like 15, and some other stuff for $1 because I'm broke. And this is what I'm gonna eat for the rest of the month. So, bam. Mac and cheese. Make it a mac and cheese. La la la. Ah, it's a pretty nice light. Fucking bright, but yeah. Drink it, drink. Ah, fuck is. Yeah, shit. Fuck it. Wait, some. Yeah, we'll do this with a sword. Let me get the bottle. Ina ping pang pang. Sometimes you're just gonna have something tasty to drink. So yeah. Fasten the cage on the top of the bottle like that. Get the sword. Getting pretty good at this, I have to say. Oh yeah. Nice, nice, nice. I'm just gonna eat this a bit quick, and then I'll get back to you right there.
People that she has cherry-picked to be with the narrative that...
Wow. Oh, that's food ingested. I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. I figured I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing. I'm testing out, by the way, the new an antique alarm clock I bought for $5. Look at that! Isn't that a beauty? German made. Trivox Junghans Silent Tick, which is perfect because I hate the sound of ticking watches. I mean, it makes a noise. It's not very loud, but it's kind of a soothing noise, I have to say. Anyhow, let's put on some music first and foremost. I also bought a box of music. It seems to be Italian. Let me see what we got here. Open this little book here. Oh, Hungarian Dance in G minor. Dance of Terror. I mean, this sounds good. We'll put that aside as well. Hungarian Dance. What is this? What is this music I bought? Warsaw Concert. Let's get the gramophone. God damn, it's a lot of spinning. Here we go. I really like that one. I'll digitize it later, and I want to start off with thanking every single last one of you that have subscribed to my channel and been supportive. I really much appreciate it, and yeah, it's going really good, better than I was expecting actually. So thank you very much for your support and your subscription, and I'm not gonna let you down. I promise you, I'll make you proud. I'll do the best I can. So let's talk a little bit how I got into this. I figure it could be interesting for somebody to know. So I pretty much only watch YouTube. That's the only thing I watch. I don't watch TV. Very rarely I watch movies. And I've been thinking about getting into YouTube for years. I just never got to it. You know, I got distracted. Other stuff happening in my life. So it wasn't really the opportune moment. And maybe this is the best moment. Who knows? We'll see about that. So this whole YouTube journey then starts back in 8 October, the start of November, when I bought my computer that I use for video editing. So this one I bought. It's a nice computer, perfect, lightweight, not the most expensive one, but good enough for video editing, for YouTube and stuff like that. $700. So no food for that month, obviously, since I spent all my money on the computer. And then when I got money again in the end of November, I invested that money into this camera here, DJI Pocket 2. It's a very nice camera. I'm very glad with the choice I went with. I was thinking about going with the GoPro, like the 11 or whatever number they are at now, but it turned out it's just not as good as this camera is. So I'm very happy with this choice. Yeah, so that was another month where all my money went into investing in equipment I need. And then I also got a camera drone. I borrowed some money from my mother, and I got the drone so I could start immediately. Because I figured, yeah, having a drone is a perfect tool when you do videos, obviously. And it's like having many times it's like having an extra cameraman. I can just like film myself from another angle with the drone, put it there, and it'll take care of itself. It's perfect. Yeah, so if you ever been thinking, hey, this guy looks emaciated. It looks like he's starving to death. It's because I have been starving to death. Let me show you what I lived on for the longest time. And so pretty much for the entire month of November and December, December is Christmas month, so I got a lot of Christmas food and stuff like that. But November pretty much was consisted of one of these a day. This happens to be cashew coconut taste flavor. One of this, it's 80 grams. So one of these and water pretty much for a month. Yeah, and then December was not better, and January hasn't been much more. There hasn't been a higher calorie intake, I can't say, because I have spent all that money on construction equipment for the boat. So I had this Kraft dinner mac and cheese. They usually don't sell this here in Sweden, but and when they do, it's like $3-4 a piece. Now they had an extra price, $1. So I bought, like 15-20 of these. So it'll last me the month out. I'm not poor, I'm just constantly broke. It's a big difference. As I keep reinvesting my money into other, more, what I would say, stable sources with more value than just having money in a bank account. Because I don't believe in bank accounts. I don't believe in having your money in a bank account because, it's just a digital number on a hard drive somewhere. It doesn't have any actual value. That's why I don't believe in it. I believe in actually owning things that have value. So I bought gold and silver in the past. Antiques is usually a good investment, especially antique weapons. There is always a collector's market for that. And those weapons I have bought that are antiques, I have seen the value go up pretty good, and I have good return on those so far. But I'm not planning to sell any one of them anyway, so I do love my fucking weapons. So I'm gonna keep them all. I'm not gonna get rid of any one of them. And even if I had a ton of money, if I had like, I don't know, let's say, for example, I was watching a YouTube short and some dude was like, oh yeah, if you're like 22 years old and you don't have a Ferrari yet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life. I'm like, come on. Is that gotta be the measurement for success in today's society? If you have a Ferrari or not? I mean, I don't think that is a good measure of success. I mean, even if I had the money to buy like 100 Ferraris, I would probably not even buy one. Because I'm not even sure. I like fast cars and all that. But I'm not into like Ferraris and Porsches or... So Andrew Tate would say a Bugatti. You know, if I was gonna buy a supercar or a super sports car like that, I would go for the Koenigsegg. Any model would be pretty good. But yeah, that's an expensive fucking car. And even if I had the money to buy like 10 of those cars, I would still not buy one. Because, I think that's a bad investment. I know a Koenigsegg is a good investment. So is actually a Bugatti, because you look at Koenigsegg's, they have been increasing in value from production date. So it's a good investment, actually. It's a work of art. It is a work of art. You can't say anything else about those cars. They are beautiful, excellent pieces of engineering and design and everything. I love them. But you got to see it for what it is. It's not a functional it's not a practical vehicle to drive around every day, and I don't think your insurance company is gonna appreciate if you do that either. So, if I had that kind of money, I would invest in a business. Of course, I would do something, put it to work. Like I would never buy a luxury yacht. You know, like you see the Russian oligarchs or the football players or whatever. Anyone who has a lot of money to buy a yacht, they buy like, oh yeah, I bought this 112-foot, custom-made luxury yacht. Yeah, I mean, that's all nice and good and stuff like that. But what I would do, I would probably like see if I could find an old steel minesweeper, preferably Second World War, like any kind of Second World War ship. It would be great, and I would modify it into like an excursion vessel. I would have a little submarine on the back. The little submarine, a little bit of one of those aerial planes, and a crane on the boat, so I can put it down. I think that would be if you're gonna get a boat, get something that's actually practical, useful, and cool. What else can I say? I mean, I'm just ranting around here. I'm probably gonna cut a lot of this out. I usually don't drink a lot because I worked in bars for like 10 years and I don't find it as particularly fun to do so. But in special occasions, celebrations, and to relax and have a good time, it's okay. It's okay. I don't complain. I'm really not a smoker. Right? I don't smoke at all. But there is always a but. I do like to enjoy life from time to time, and sometimes you do that with a little bit of tobacco, huh? El tabaquito. Mira, aquí, señor, te lo voy a decir bien duro, que ahora viene aquí el tabaquito, cabrón. Que no me gusta la vida así, tipo, porque, hey, te digo que se jodió. Oh, fuck this shit. It's my boat, it's my home, and I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want to do in here, so You're gonna have to live with that. By the way, this is our what the fuck is the name of this? This is cigarillos with I think it's like café crème taste, so they are really nice. They taste a little bit like cappuccinos. And I really like cappuccinos. Never bought one because they're too expensive. I am a barista though, so I can make my own. Where was I? I'll get a little bit more into who I am later on and what the fuck I have done in my life. I've done a lot of fucked up shit. Traveled a lot and experienced quite a lot of weird things. For example, I've been held at gunpoint 3 times in my life. Every one of those 3 times is like a 10-minute story upon itself, so we'll not get into that now. I met the Miami SWAT team. It's one of the times. Yeah, life is rough. We all have our vices, we all have our weaknesses and stuff like that. Mine happened to be, I've been working on myself for a couple of years. I can tell you that my biggest vice or my biggest weakness is my temper. Holy shit, yeah. I have a really short fuse, and I lose my temper a lot. And I just lose it massively when I do. I just lose it completely. But I'm working on it. You know what else can we do as human beings than every day try to improve ourselves a little bit? You know, you can't ask anything else from people. Nobody is perfect. And as long as you are aware of your faults and your mistakes and you try to improve upon it and better yourself, I mean, you're pushing forward. You're pushing forward, at least. And I have to say, this whole YouTube thing has been working a little bit like therapy for me because, yeah, I feel myself doing a lot of stuff. I have cut it out because, something happens. I get pissed. I start screaming and yelling and shit like that. I usually do. It doesn't last for a long time. It's like 5 seconds of extremely intense anger. But, yeah, I usually cut it out because I don't think it looks good. Yeah, especially when you see yourself getting that angry, you're like, oh man, oh shit, that doesn't look good at all. I think stoicism is a better thing to strive after. You gotta be more stoic in life. You know, don't be so reactive on a situation. Just like, yeah, what the fuck can you do about it anyway when shit has already happened? There is nothing you can do. All screaming and shouting and getting pissed in the world won't help you anyway. So yeah, just put it down, forget about it, move on with your life. At least I can say one good side I have. I don't hold grudges because I figured that's a waste of time. Why should I go around being pissed with somebody that happened like ages ago? There's no point in that. Holding grudges just destroys your life. It tears away on the soul piece by piece. Oh yeah, and I'm also a very devout, I wouldn't say Christian per se. I do believe in Christ and God and all of that, but I do not consider myself a member of a organized religion or church because I also believe that's wrong. If you are following a organized religion or church, you don't follow the word of God. Says the guy smoking. Yeah, anyhow, yeah. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, huh? We all have problems, man. And I had faith all my life. You know, that's been my only saving grace, I have to say. If it wasn't for that, I would probably be a dead man or in prison by now. We all have to strive to be as humane as we possibly can, even if we necessarily don't like other people. You just gotta let people live their lives. Let people have their opinions, and yeah, let them do their shit. As long as it doesn't affect you, it's fine. Oh, and about the starving part I was saying before, being emaciated and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that pisses me off. I only been starving because the money has not been sufficient to sustain both, doing YouTube and construction and eating at the same time. So, and that would not be a problem if it wasn't for the government that doesn't allow me to go out and like hunt rabbits, trap rabbits, or put out my fishing nets now here in the winter time. I could do that. I could sustain myself on food indefinitely if I had to. and if I was allowed to, but I'm not allowed to, so I can't. Unless I want to have like the fishing agency and the police and the Coast Guard coming here stealing my shit, because that's what they do. They catch you fishing outside of season or with equipment that you're not supposed to use. They take your equipment, they take your boat, and they say like, no, you're not getting it back. It's our stuff now. Yeah, that's what they do. So you're not, pretty much in today's society, you're not allowed to sustain yourself, even though you are fully capable of. And I think that's one of the things that pisses me off the most, is that I'm not allowed to do that, because I would be perfectly fine without society. I could just grab an axe, a saw, a hammer, and a couple of tools, my bow, the dog, and yes, the cat, walk out into the forest and live a happy life. I build myself a little house, go out hunting, do some farming, planting vegetables and shit for summertime and stuff like that. I would be fine. I wouldn't. There would be no need going on me, I can tell you that. I'm not gonna go on here all night talking shit. It's already been like 20 minutes. See how long this video ends up being when I see it in the computer. It looks good. But what can I tell you to expect? Of course, we're gonna finish this boat project. I bought everything I need to complete my room, the captain's cabin in the front. And I'm gonna be doing that this weekend. So I got all the plywood, I got the flooring material, I got some concrete, everything I need to complete it. So that's gonna be done, and there's gonna be a video of that coming up within 5-6 days, something like that. And I also want to build a boat myself. I was thinking about building like a small Viking boat, because that would be hilarious. Like, imagine a 3-person Viking boat, like with several shields on each side, and do like small raids along the coast just for fun. Either build that, or I wanted to build like an old, like a miniature torpedo boat. You might, like old torpedo boats that has like a glass cupola in the front where you can sit with a machine gun and shoot shit. I want to build a miniature one of those. 4 or 5 meter length maximum. Because I love building stuff. And I have a lot of other projects I want to do. Eventually I'm going to transition into a farm, because I am I actually have a education in farming, so I know how to keep all kinds of animals and grow all kinds of stuff. So I want to transition to a farm. I want to invest some money in a brewery. I want to build a mead brewery. And I have a whole business plan for this. How I'm going to get honey for sheep and help people out at the same time. We can get into that some other point in time. It's too much to take now. You might have seen my little instrumentals thing in the beginning here. Yeah, I used to play a trumpet in a classical orchestra, by the way. And yeah, I know how to play the flute. It's just been a couple of weeks, so I am a little bit stiff in the fingers after all constructing to as well. So, and I do enjoy singing a lot, especially medieval songs and stuff like that. Get me a bottle of mead, and we can sing medieval songs all night long. Just drinking and singing. That's one of my absolute favorite pastimes. It's way better than going to bars and stuff like that. Just get a couple of good friends over, open some nice mead that you made yourself, and then just spend the night singing songs. That's one of the true joys in life. I mean, everybody should do that every once in a while. I'm just going on random topics here, just bouncing around without any kind of goal or sense about anything. But hey, if you haven't noticed by now, I mean, that's like how I do my videos. I've been watching a lot of how to make YouTube videos on YouTube, of course. And there seems to be a lot of people, they plan stuff out. They sit down, they write whatever they're gonna talk about and shit like that. I don't do that. I just improvise. I just sit down in front of the camera and I film myself. And the same with all the other videos. You see, I just set up camera and I start filming and I just ad-lib whatever I'm doing. I have more or less a little bit of an idea what I'm gonna do, and I just go with that. It's all in here in the head. I might in the future do a little bit more research videos. then I'll just research bullet points and facts and information to have that corrected. But I'll probably ad-lib the rest of it as well. And if you watch my videos, you can see, oh, there's a lot of cuts in it. It's because when I talk to the camera, I'm not used to talking to a camera. I usually don't say much when I'm by myself, except when I scream because I get so fucking angry. But I usually like to have like a person to discuss with, this back and forth with another person, because my own thought process is, especially when I do work in front of a camera, I think about something I want to say, and yeah, then when I thought about it, the whole thought and sentence just kind of flashed into the head and then went out and already replaced by other thoughts, which means it's a bit much work for me sometimes to try to get the words out in the correct order. But it's getting better. That's one thing I've noticed by doing these videos. If you compare like now this video from my first video like 2 months ago, there will be a big difference on the delivery and performance in front of the camera. You know, that's something you have to get used to with time. You can't stress that out. That's practice makes perfect. I have some really fucked up stories I'm gonna tell you too. And I've worked in Hollywood for years, special events like a bartender and black tie and white tie events like that. So I worked the Grammys and other celebrity events. And I have a story about how Johnny Depp saved my life. Not literally, but yeah, by observing this man, by observing Mr. Depp for a night. That yeah, that changed my mind about working in Hollywood. I can tell you that. That was an eye opener for me. And the funny thing, during this time when I met Johnny Depp and I worked as a server for this night, he was actually dating Amber Heard. So yeah, you can understand why he looked really fucking unhappy. So yeah, we all know why. In hindsight, why he was so unhappy. But that's a good story. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I said I was a religious man. I got baptized when I lived in the United States. And that's also a funny story because, yeah, I went to Louisiana. And I went to the Duck Dynasty church. You probably know about the Duck Dynasty guys. Phil Robertson and all of that. So I hung out there for like a month and a half, living in a tent in the Louisiana bush. Sleeping with a shotgun underneath my mattress and the dog keeping watch during the night. So yeah, that was fun. And I give Phil Robertson a Roman coin with I think it was Claudius who was emperor during the same time as Jesus. So at least it was a coin with the same emperor that was emperor during the time Jesus was alive. So and I gave it to Phil and I said, yeah, just so you know, Phil, this Jesus might have hold this coin. Who knows? You know, you never know. There is always a chance. Even though it's very minuscule, there is still a chance. I used to have a lot of Roman coins. I used to have like a Roman silver Darius, this big a silver coin with a nice print on it, and I used to have to do heads and tails. It's probably like $1,000 coin. Where is it now? I have no clue. I have not the singlest idea where that coin went. But you know, you win some, you lose some. What are you gonna do? There used to be this really funny site on the internet called Krusty Romans that would sell you Roman coins that I found in the ground in England. It was, I don't know even how that was legal, but yeah, I bought a shit ton of coins from there. Yeah, which I sold most of them at a. I sold most of the Roman coins on at the flea market in Florida. I think somewhere in Miami. This is quite funny because they had like this. You open up your car and you bring the shit you want to sell, and I had every fucking thing I owned in that car because I had moved from Los Angeles and I was gonna take the flight from Miami to Puerto Rico. But I had a Roman helmet filled with Roman coins, and this guy was like, "Is this real coins?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're real." And he was like, "I don't believe you." So he went and got his friend that was a coin trader. He came and checked it out and says, yeah, this is all real Roman coins. They're not in the best condition, but yeah, they're all real. So he got them for real cheap. I think he paid like $100 for them. I probably paid like 5 times that just for the coins. But who gives a shit? It's not gotta be, everything doesn't gotta be about money all the time. And then I sold my car and half of the weapons I had, and then I took the half of the weapons I kept and I took them with me to Puerto Rico when I moved there. So I landed in Puerto Rico with a cat, a dog, an armored case full of weapons and assault rifles, and $40. So it was a good start to my Puerto Rico trip. That was fun as shit. I had a great time in Puerto Rico. If you have never been there, I can recommend. It's very nice. Stay out of trouble though. Don't fuck up with the gangsters there because they will fucking shoot you immediately. They don't give a shit. I have a troubled family. My cousin had busy. People in my family have been shot. Several of them, like 3 or 4 maybe. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Puerto Rico, but it seems like to be a pretty dangerous place. One of them actually got shot 21 times, I believe, and he's still alive, so he's doing well. Well, I'm not gonna go ranting on here all night long, because I also want to get this. I want to get this done and post it out there. And again, to all of you who have subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate it. You have been great support. I won't let you down, and I'll keep posting videos in the future. Captain's Cabin will be coming up. Then we will be ripping all this area that I'm sitting in right now. It will all be ripped out. We'll just keep the walls. Everything else is going, and we'll redesign this area to make it more practical. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking excellent. Now I'm gonna go sit down and edit this video. I hope you enjoy it. I'll do a live stream someday, and we can have a little live chat, talk to each other, back and forth, because I like to have discussions with people. That would be fun and great. So keep your eyes out for when I post when the live chat's gonna be, and we can have a nice conversation. It would be fun. I would love to talk to you guys and hear what's in your head, what's going on in your minds, and let's exchange some ideas and enjoy yourselves. We'll crack it. Everybody brings a beer. We'll crack a beer each, and we'll sit down and have a good night's talk. Yeah, we'll do that in the future. Well, I hope you enjoyed me sitting here ranting for like 30 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.